Hey there folks, I'm the Mysterious JG, and welcome back to Let's Play Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Off to a rip-roaring start in this LP. Very first video I have a comment from somebody, and other than, it gave me some gameplay advice, but also mentioned ripping their hair out, so I'm off to a good start. This is an LP of a game that I knew I wasn't going to be particularly good at. Hopefully that comment, I might as well give credit where credit's due. The guy wasn't a total jerk about it exactly, but I have... I need to refresh. I have a comment from Canaris4, whom I don't recognize from watching previous LPs, so maybe he's a Ninja Gaiden fan more than a JG fan. But either way, I'm like, it's not a great start that I've already got people like, okay, look, let me try to tell you some basics so you don't just completely fuck this up. But, considering I got through an LP of StarCraft, okay, despite that being a game that people will just, tune in, dog your gameplay skills. And I got through Panzer General, and there's no way that this is going to be worse than Panzer General as far as people coming in and telling me about it. So, now, I've also finished my off-screening, or at least I got as far as I could. Fact I was reading said that you could fight enemies indefinitely in stage 1 in that one room. It turns out it ain't necessarily so. I had just over 1,500 kills on level 1, and eventually they stopped respawning. And I got myself up to, as you will see here, did not actually have maximum amount of cash. I have, and this is after fighting my way back to the end of stage 2, I've got 87,000, 88,000. Because eventually the enemies just stopped coming, and I could still fight those bats, but they were dropping ridiculously low amounts of these yellow orbs which represent money. One thing that I was told by Canaris4 in the comments, which I did actually figure out from a fact that I was reading after recording that first video, is some of the basics of collecting that yellow essence. If you press and hold the triangle button, you will suck up yellow essence and power up a super attack, but you will not claim it as cash. But any enemies you kill with yellow essence will drop more yellow essence than they would. Any enemies you kill with a super will drop more yellow essence than they would from killing them regular. Which means, unfortunately, I didn't quite understand that. In some of my off-screening, I was going around constantly sucking up yellow essence and doing supers and not realizing that meant I was banking none of the money. So eventually I figured out a pattern where I would sometimes do supers if there was a bunch of enemies on screen and I thought I could kill them all with one big super or something like that, but otherwise just killing guys and collecting monies. And eventually the enemies stopped respawning after I'd killed over 1,000. So we did not make it to 99,999. However, I did, and I surprised myself. I thought I would get the lowest possible score, but apparently you lose a lot of points. You lose points for not finishing fast enough, but you gain points for killing more enemies, because I ended up with the Head Ninja, which is higher than I got in either of the 2 times we cleared it on screen. But from my reading, the highest possible score of Master Ninja has to be done under a certain time limit. I'm not too worried about that. Now, Karma score, if anyone happens to know what that does, let me know, because I don't know. I'm also going to turn down the headset volume here because it's bugging me a little bit. And then we will be ready to continue our adventure. The problem is I keep, game gets loud, I paused it, but then the game gets louder when you unpause. Alright. So, we are back where we were last time. I have actually cleared this next screen of enemies. You saw me fighting them on Ninja Dog difficulty. They consist of those guys in Shogun masks, those guys in Imperial-looking armor, and also those weird sorcerer dudes. This guy I took an item from. A fallen member of the Hayabusa clan, he took his last breath here, lying amongst the burned remains of his home. And the first time I encountered him, it says, there is something in his outstretched hand, and you get an item. I think it was just a healing potion or something. It is a Jizo statue, a guardian deity of children and protector of the village. Its head is missing. So we killed the enemies here, so we can explore at our leisure. In order to widen the crack here, a very strong impact with a heavy blunt object is necessary. And that doesn't do it. So we will have to keep our eyes peeled. Another of the Hayabusa brethren, slain by the invading enemy forces, his inability to protect his village must be haunting him even in the afterlife. Too bad Arena continues, huh? And we got a statue head. So if we bring the statue head back up here, place the head on the statue, we get a life of the gods. We become the life of the party. So I guess I really should be paying attention, like using a fact or something, because it would seem like I'm going to be... Okay, Life of the Thousand Gods gives you an automatic boost to your maximum hit points. The Life of the Gods is just like, you collect 9 of them, and as you can see there in the bottom right corner, my little circle full of kanji, or katakana, or whatever the heck those are, I'm not an expert, they fill up, they light up, so I've got 2 out of the total of 9 that you need. And once I get them all lit, then I'll get an extra life, meter, stuff, and that'll be a thing. Here's Ayane again. This time I will not shoot her.
A dark samurai.
No, I'm a ninja.
Black armor, master. You do not attempt to fight it.
He's actually our friend. He's an ally. We must hurry to find Miss Kuriya. Please hurry. Please hurry. What? Okay, TV went out for a second. That was odd. Of course, another fallen ninja. What were his last thoughts as he slipped off into the darkness? Elixir of the Devil Way. Elixir of Spiritual Life. And here's the old man that, what's her name, Kasumi, is hanging out with in the end of DOA 5. This is Muramasa, which I did not know as we're playing DOA 5, that he's the kindly old man. The statue of the diligent old man Muramasa, a legendary blacksmith. There are folk tales of people who have approached the statue and walked away with various items and weapons. So it is a shop, and this is why we needed lots of money. So we can go to the blacksmith, try to level up our dragon sword, a Japanese sword handed down at the Hayabusa Ninja Clan. It is carved out of the fang of the dragon. Out of materials right now, check back later. Alright, well, let's buy some stuff then. We can buy... We've got 8 of these, I think that's fine for now. We can buy the thing that boosts up your ki power, but I don't really care about that because we're not using it very much. And I'm told it's not that... I mean, actually, from the facts I'm reading, it's not super useful, and it affects your karma score. Although, and here's something, if anybody is still watching who knows this game at all, tell me what karma does. I mean, in the game. Tell me what your karma score matters. If it's just like a, you know, collect a PlayStation Network and show off what your karma score was completing the game, are you better than your online friends? I don't care. But if it actually has an in-game function, then I'd like to know what it is. Because I will like seriously not give a fuck about whether I get Ninja Dog or Master Ninja at the end of each level. If I'm just playing the game, showing off the story, having fun, and your ranking score is entirely down to bragging rights. I mean, even in like Tenchu Stealth Assassins, you got better items for having a better score. So Great Spirit Elixir, I believe some of these have different quantities that you're allowed to have. These tap out at 100, or 10, excuse me. Some of these you can only have 5. We don't have any Great Devil Elixirs, but like 10,000. Really, this thing is like cost 20 times as much as life boost is this boost to your ki. Talismans of Rebirth are pretty expensive, and as far as I can make out, like, having them, it just irritates me because I keep not wanting to waste it. So I probably need to, like, not worry about it too much. Now, arrows. Oh, this is already at max, so it tells you when something is maxed out. So arrows cost, like, very little. So now we've maxed it out at 15. Okay. We can buy a wooden sword. Sword made from wood. It's used mainly to practice sword fighting and is incapable of cutting attacks. We can buy more than one. That's odd. And Amulet of the Sun and Amulet of the Moon. We have Art of Inferno. Flying Swallow we already have. We want to buy the Art of Inferno because it's apparently better than one we've got. Allows Ryu to control fire at will, first enveloping him in flame and then shooting a fireball in front of him. I probably want to show off the other magics at some point, but... An Amulet of the Sun. You can increase your defense or you can increase your offense. Don't really know which would be preferable. I'm pretty sure we've only got one slot that we can fill at a time. But I think we can afford to buy both and find out. Seems a little wasteful. But we'll have other opportunities later to so we can't work on our wooden sword either. So let us confirm what I believe we knew already, which is that we can only equip one accessory at a time. Well, we will equip the wooden sword, play with it for a little while. Yeah, we can only have one at a time, so I really shouldn't have bought more than one. But as you can see, we got the super sweet looking amulet now. What I'm annoyed by is I do not see... I'm trying to figure out how we get back up there. Or if indeed we can. We can. Because what I want to do is see if this wooden sword is considered a blunt object, which will allow us to interact with... You still okay, Lee? Or are you still not okay, I guess? Be careful. Okay, I don't even store up shots like with the other sword. Interesting. So, Blade of the Undefeatable. Guess there's a couple of things which I need. So this one has Blade of the Undefeatable, and also press and hold, haze, straight, slash. I gotcha. This one doesn't have the same kinds of techniques. This is not recommended for actual use, the wooden sword, until you level it up by buying its upgrades. So I'm going to assume for right now I'm not supposed to be able to do anything with this, and I'll feel bad if I find out otherwise later. Meanwhile, I'm wasting a lot of time wandering around. His inability to protect his village haunts him even in the ocean. A stone circle made in ancient times, now it is simply a gathering of rocks. That's pretty much what it was in ancient times, too, honestly, a gathering of rocks. Seem to be arranged so that I can't climb them. Maybe I'm nuts, but it seems like you're not supposed to be able to climb up here. That being the case, let's proceed. You know what? I know I got over. I know I got up here once off camera. I'm sure I did, because I remember shooting at this thing from over there with the arrow. And I also remember that didn't do anything, so I'm not sure why I'm trying to recreate it, but... Yeah, he's just kind of running up those, he's not trying to cling onto the roof. Somewhere here there was a spot where I was able to get up onto this thing, but I'm not at all sure that you're supposed to be able to, or that it's meant to be useful. Alright, let's continue. Stop blocking a little too soon. None of Ryu's comrades. This poor soul has been shot through with arrows. Although the thought of disturbing his dead body sounded pleasant, some of the arrows still seem usable. So I got arrows that I didn't need because I just got done buying arrows, which I guess I didn't need to do. Damn it. Totally mistimed that attempt at a super. And ended up getting wailed on. And not getting the health bonus because I was trying to use it to do a super. So that was just not good. Now, I'm curious to what happens if you actually use the bow here. Am I just completely wasting ammo? Or is something going to happen if I hit one of these? I think this is just to give you an understanding of how the targeting works, because it's really... Oh, you can zoom in. Anyway, I just used up all my frickin' arrows, so let's go buy some more. And try not to be quite so wasteful going forward. Matter of fact, let's use an elixir of spiritual life. And then use all that money we saved up to buy some more of that. Well, get us back up to 8 anyway. And if there's something really cool you unlock by hitting all those targets, then I didn't do that right. Well, this sure seemed like something we should be able to interact with. Another familiar face. How many of the Hayabusa clan have been slain? You don't have like a love interest or something, do you, Ryu? Because you don't seem as mad about this as I would expect. Now let's check the map. Well, we saw the stone circle. I don't think we're missing... I'm just going to come over here and then cut this way. Checking occasionally for stuff we can interact with. New enemies could pop up any old time. Or you could get trapped where you're not allowed to go back. Oh! Ouch. The arrow stuck in hammer is still usable, but no more can be carried. Okay, he's got a hell of a little backhand. Probably not doing this with as much style as I could be, but... Ow. Yeah, there's like a timer that's counting down. If I don't hurry up, I'm going to get like a shitty score, but... Run over. That wasn't good. Oh, I'm getting dragged around. That's not fun. Just taking a elixir of spiritual life, I guess. So I did not do it fast enough to get any kind of coolness points. Whoa, there's another guy. I thought I was done. So I super sliced him and didn't even get coolness points? Going through these things like they're water. Well, I forgot to look up how to use Ninpo, so I can't bust that out. Yeah, that's more stylish right there. Now I picked up some arrows. Yeah, there's a kill them while they're down attack that I was hoping to use a little bit better than that. Okay, so not the most stylish win. So my karma score didn't. You get an opportunity to boost your karma score with impressive performance in those timed boss fights, but I didn't do it. So, But, you know, we got through it. And I can't backtrack to the store, which sucks because I used a bunch of healing potions. I'm not 100% convinced that I need to be... Oh, well, never mind. I guess we're okay for healing potions after all. Let's go to the blacksmith. Okay, still not allowed to... I'm going through that money awfully fast, though. And I'm not using my little in-game without pausing options to... What you got from me? Yet another ninja lying face down in front of the bridge leading to the heart of the village. If the enemy forces have gone this far, he holds something in his outstretched hand. Great Spirit Elixir. We'll go ahead and save over this one in case I decide I really want to go redo that part without using all that money up. But I don't think I can be bothered. Come Chapter 4, we'll have another place where I can infinitely fight enemies, as long as I can find a way to do it where it's cost effective. And I'm gaining as much health as I'm losing, which I don't know. Don't know for sure if we're going to be able to do that. I do know, however, that we're kind of at a good place to call it a video. And go through the graveyard. Like, the clan leader's residence feels like it's probably the end of the level. So I might want to cut up through the graveyard. But I think we'll save that for next time. I'm the Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more of Ninja.